What's up, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar. I got so much energy.
I wasn't ready. I was
You weren't
checking out
ready.
my bangs.
You were checking out your bangs. What's up? Hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday morning, afternoon, Sunday morning, Friday. Nobody's back in time. Like, there's
I'm
no
the Astonishing Melanie.
Oh yeah, I'm the Astonishing Melanie. Boy, I'm wired.
And welcome to Near Conditioned, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. And we're Omni!
That's right, we are Omni, and I'm so glad to have everybody here today joining us for this, what used to be a tradition for a lot of us as kids. Saturday morning cartoons has been replaced by this madman living in his basement.
Oh, good. Freddie's on the chat, so we're going to be opening your package halfway through. Thank you, Freddie.
The box you sent, Freddie.
Yeah. And you said Luis?
Luis is here. Yeah, there he is. What's up, Luis Hernandez, who sent something amazing that Melanie's going to show off. There's our buddy Andrew Kennedy, or Jacob Kennedy, whomever. So Melanie has something really awesome.
Just make sure, because if you have to leave later, Luis, I wanted to say thank you so much for this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I teared up and I just thank you so much because I've wanted one.
Dude, do you know how long it took me, like, for her not to get one?
I was like, I gotta figure out how to get one that would match. Look how cool these are. We're both X-Men, and I love it so much.
So this is really, really cool.
What I'll do is I'll take it to school.
Nope.
And then I'll bring it
home.
Those
kids are going to steal that.
They're not going to steal this.
Are you kidding me? When I was in the 8th grade, that's the first thing I would...
Astonishing Melanie.
Doesn't matter. Because my friends come over and they're like, oh, dude, you took that from Mrs. V. And I'd be like, you dang right I did.
And then bring it back when I would do videos is what... Okay, anyway, it really means a lot. Thank you.
I know kids. I know bad kids. I was a bad kid.
Well...
I've got one screen on this chat, one screen playing Far Cry 6, and my third screen with college football. Now that, my friend, is multitasking. Wow. Thank you so much. We made it to college football. That's the level we're on. College football and Far Cry. Which one are we on?
That's pretty good.
6. They're on 6. I think the last one I played was 3. What's up, Graham? Don Cheadle's back, everybody. World famous Don Cheadle.
And new Spewy and Ben, you're not working. That's awesome.
Ben is not working. Oh, that's what's up.
Nice to say said a bunch of this person's students would take it.
Just saying. Just saying, I was a bad kid. I know what I would take.
Cute geeky collectibles on my desk.
I'll take all those too. Louise is in the chat and said, haha, glad you liked it.
Thank you.
Dude, Dean, are you having a bad week, buddy? Yeah, I've got one already filmed and 2 more to be approved. One of those 2, there's certain videos that I make as far as announcements that are I get hyped up because people have asked me about them, or I know how much it means to certain people. So that's what kind of drives me to get hyped up about the announcements. But then there are some that I am genuinely hyped up for, that I'm like, oh my God, this is something I've wanted. Oh my God, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So I have to geek out first, like by myself when I'm reading the messages between David and I. Then by the time I get on video, it's all professional, until I lose it because there's certain books that I'm like, I don't know, it's coming. Oh, yeah. So there's one in particular video coming out. Hopefully it'll be out either next week or the week after. That, how do I put it? We help make it happen. It's amazing. It's amazing to be a big part of all this. So thank you all. And you'll know which book I'm talking about when I announce it. So excited to get my copy of that Batwoman Omni. I'm so
good. It's okay. I'm really glad you're excited.
I'm wired. It's all the caffeine I drink.
You suck down that Starbucks.
Manly.
What? Bar's saying, yeah.
Down.
Excited to get your Batwoman Omni. I'm glad. And you know what? When I saw it on the tape, I'm like, oh, that's a cool cover. I like it. And Omar's like, nobody likes it. And I was like, oh, it's dynamic. I like when things are coming at you. And then just now before the stream, I was like, well, that boot does take up a whole lot of the cover. Maybe if she were angled more so that the boot wouldn't take up so much of the cover.
Well, it's interesting that they went with that cover because it's J.H. Williams II, who is an amazing artist that has done all kinds of crazy things within that omnibus. But they went with a boot to the face, which I don't know. It's just a weird choice.
Boot face.
So
I said maybe angled a little bit so that it wouldn't need to be so big to have the right perspective.
Go to do Hulk and Wiccan have their own solo series? No, they do not. What they do have those from time to time, anytime there's an event like King in Black or Empire, they do have like mini series or one shots. That's the way to keep up with the characters until they bring back Young Avengers. Come on, we got to bring back Young Avengers. I love that series, and I need it to come back. So hopefully when the TV show, if there's a TV show after Hawkeye, after all these young kids are established throughout the Marvel or the MCU, we'll get some kind of comics back again. Because they're wonderful characters, and I miss them. I miss Patriot. I miss Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. Well, she's everywhere, though. So, but the other kids that didn't get a lot of the spotlight.
I just want to say hello to everybody. Our buddies are, of course, if you're new, but also for the regulars that we've, Omar's really excited, so we haven't said hi to you.
Oh, yes. Hi. I'm so sorry.
Joe's starting to read the all-new Wolverine Omnibus. Lots of fun.
It is lots of fun, brother. It is.
Narcissus is absolutely stoked to be getting that Star Wars X-Wing Legends Omnibus next year.
I am, too, because there's a lot of stuff in there. Like 90% of that book I have not read. I've only read the Thawne stuff in there and not read any of the X-Wing stuff. So I'm excited for that book.
And Cesar says, correct? Cesar?
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to tell you I'm reading the Starman Compendium and I cried every issue.
That's right. It's so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. Dude, the birthday. Oh, that issue. Those issues. Every birthday. When are the new Epic Collection announcements? Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've already sent Curtis the list. He's excited. There was one book that Marvel decided to push back, so I had to remove it off the list. And that one book, I was surprised that they went Epic instead of Omnibus route with. So a lot of Epic people will be happy when that comes back maybe later on this year. Yes, that's the correct reply.
And you're in for a treat, Omar. Some good stories.
Awesome. I cannot wait, dude. I love reading things for the first time. And that's one thing about this medium, right? Like no matter how long you've been reading comics, there's always some new stuff out there. Love it. Have you read the Golden, Silver, and Bronze Age Omnibus? Have I? Yes, I used to have all the Batman, all the Superman, sold them all because they were not for me. Happy for those that enjoyed the Golden Age, though. Silver Age I've read here and there. There's not a lot of collections for Silver Age as far as Omnibus. We have our Batman Silver Age Volume 1 coming out next year. Also, outside of Marvel, I really didn't enjoy the Silver Age DC. Bronze Age, I did like a lot of the DC stuff, mainly the Justice League, but it's not until the later part of the Bronze Age. Are we going to have to rebrand the ages now? Because, we're getting older. So what comes after bronze? Copper?
That's what I hate it when something's called like the modern age.
Well,
it's not going to be right forever.
We rebrand music every few years.
Or postmodern age.
We call something classic rock. When I was a kid, classic rock was
60s and 70s.
Now classic
80s
rock
is just 80s. 90s is just 90s. And
now classic rock is like 80s and 90s. So I feel like we're going to have to rebrand that whole era. What was Golden Age? What was Silver Age? What's bronze, copper?
No, just come up with new names.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Good argument.
New Spoody Channel says, remember the old Avengers? I'm pretty sure they were called the Invaders.
Yes, that was retconned. I can't wait for that at Omnibus too. Omar, I'm kind of confused about the last preview you showed. Maybe you said Avengers Hickman Omni delayed until October 2022, but which volume? It looks like, I think it's volume 1. I just put it on the description of this video. I put the recent let me see the recent dates that I have. Yeah. Omnibus Volume 1 is delayed until October 18th of 2022. So there's a lot of delays, mainly because of the ports being closed. Just like with every hobby, everybody's dealing with this, whether you collect video games or toys or this. I don't know about sneakers. But if it's made overseas, there are ports closed everywhere and there's delays. So there's reshuffling the schedule a little bit. The books that I announced for next year, though, the ones that you see in the breaking news, those will still are due out the dates they're coming out. So they're not going to reshuffle those. They're just reshuffling everything around those. Oh my gosh, I just thought of...
Is Limp Bizkit classic rock?
I don't want to even think about that. Limp Bizkit almost reminds me of Woodstock 99. That was a nightmare. They made a documentary about that, the Woodstock 99.
I'm sure, yeah, because you've watched it.
I was there.
I like documentaries. No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You
I went with Philip and John from Buffalo Trace.
Where was it?
That it was an undisclosed.
Where was it?
I don't remember where it was. I was not 100% myself.
To not know where it is?
I don't remember where it was, honestly.
Well, how? Okay. Anyway.
I didn't drive. We flew out there. Anyway, hey, bro, wish me luck today. I have a meeting with the bank, and it all goes well. I'll be out of debt. I'm so excited.
I can barely put my ski mask on.
Good luck. Don't forget
no,
this.
Seriously, good luck, though.
Don't forget to send some super chats my way.
So, like this one, thanks, Torsten.
Now that we have Old and New Republic, hopefully we'll get the Republic series collected. Quinlan Vos and Aura Singh at their best. Thank you so much, man. Limp Bizkit is barely music. Beatles and Stone. Now that's classic rock. But they did have a really cool Mission Impossible 2 theme. Just saying, okay? I like that theme. I love it.
Yeah,
Mission Impossible 2 is like, not the greatest movie, but it was still fun.
Okay. Let's bring up this.
All right,
joke.
bring back.
With the current and forthcoming paper shortage,
I'm
willing to bet that one person who stole 17 pallets of unsold Brigade #1 issues is going to be laughing maniacally soon. There is no paper shortage.
Well,
it's ports being closed.
Well, what's affecting the delays are ports. It has nothing to do with the paper shortage. And the paper shortage isn't affecting the comic books or the collected editions. There are reasons why Marvel and DC has printed books at different locations, whether it's Canada, Mexico, Versailles, Kentucky. Also, you know, Malaysia, Turkey, and China are the big ones for Marvel. They try to print outside of the US because that saves us money, right? Any book that's printed here in the US is going to cost us a lot more. For example, the X of Swords, I think that's $100. That was printed here in about a mile away from my house in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And because it's printed in America.
York, it took forever because it went up to New York and then it came back to you.
Yeah, it was nuts. And it's printed in America, you know, the prices go up on those things. So they try to keep prices low by printing overseas. It's just the way it is.
Is that why it's called Woodstock? Is there a Woodstock, New York?
There's a Woodstock little guy from Snoopy.
No.
Peanuts. There's a Woodstock, New York, yes. That's where it was. It was New York. Ipsy's here. Which one's better? Mighty Marvel Masterworks or Epic Collections? That's a good question. So the cheaper route is, of course, the Mighty Marvel Masterworks. My kids and I just reviewed the Avengers. I just could put the video together. And now they're reading Thor, which I can't wait for them to read because that to me was always like Shakespeare. So Mighty Marvel Masterworks are cheaper, but they're also digest size. They're a little bit smaller than your trade paperbacks. If you're older, they're a little bit harder to read because the word bubbles are smaller.
Yeah.
And back then in the Silver Age,
I was reading Alicia, we had to hold it for both us to see. I was like, what does that say?
And I'm not saying, you know, the older you get, the more you'll be needing bifocals, but it does.
Oh, dude, I've noticed on live chat, sometimes I'm like this, so I can read the screen.
Maybe some people will. But, yeah, if you want to have a taste of those, then go the Mighty Marvel Masterworks route, especially now because they're coming out. They're not out of print. And if you want a bigger format, with a lot more comics in them, go with the Epic route. Because Epics usually tend to collect anywhere from 15, I say that because of Conan, to about 30 plus issues, whereas the Mighty Marvel Masterworks only collects about 10 to 12 issues.
Hi, Glenn 2K12. And
we're doing well, man.
James, did I see the Elsa Chartier has a new Kickstarter for Inktober? No, I didn't. Thank you. I've been busy getting ready for my new job. Somebody's asking earlier. I start in 2 days on Monday. I haven't started yet. I've been getting ready to teach those 8th graders some. I got to teach some irony. That's what they're on with Fahrenheit 451, The Hunger Games, or The Giver.
Okay, 2 of those books are phenomenal. One of those is Battle Royale. Anyway,
now Chris has a good question.
Okay.
What's going on with Boom Studios screwing up the production numbers for Something is Killing the Children slipcases?
Okay.
First MMPR Beyond the Grid Deluxe Edition. Now this.
That's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh,
okay, so for anybody that's watching the chat right now, I don't want to drive FOMO, but mainly because I want to make sure I would lock down my copy before everybody goes out there. But the reason I don't say, sometimes I don't say anything because I also don't want to help out the people that are flipping these books that are going to get 10 copies of these. All right. Seriously, though, Something is Killing the Children slipcase edition is going to be the hardest book to get this year because Boom Studios messed up royally. Do y'all remember when I've talked about final cutoff dates? Like when Marvel has a final cutoff date, when DC has a final cutoff date for retailers to order? Usually it's about 4 months ahead of time. That way they have enough time to order from the printer, right? Like you as a retailer place an order, or if you pre-order from either Cheap Graphic Novels, Walt's Comic Shop, or DCBS, or Organic Price Books, they take all those orders and then they're like, okay, well, we've had 100 pre-orders for Something is Killing the Children. I'm going to go ahead and make 200 orders so I can have enough for pre-orders and enough for not just the other people that want it, but also damages. So Boom takes all that and they're like, oh man, we got a total of like, I don't know, 5,000 copies of the slipcase that are pre-sold. Let's go ahead and put an order of 7,000. What they did was wait until last month for the final cutoff. That is impossible. Like, you can't, as a publisher, they should have known better. The same thing happened to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Year 1 and Year 2. As a publisher, you can't offer retailers that kind of service, telling retailers to pre-order a month before the book comes out, because there's not enough time for you to tell the printer. So instead of cutting off the pre-order months ago, they cut it off last month, and now they're cutting all. And I mean, everybody is getting cut by 2/3. Everybody's only going to get 1/3 of what they ordered. So if you pre-ordered it already, you may be one of the people that pre-ordered, out of Cheap Graphic Novels, and you may not be getting your book because the publisher messed up. Like, that's, I figure somebody that's been in business for over 10 years, because I know they celebrated a decade last year, would know how to do this. But I mean, they've messed up royally with both of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Now, I have no idea, but could it have something to do with the ports?
No.
Okay.
This is just poor planning. No publisher has a final cutoff date like a month before the book is due out, because you're not going to meet demand. That's crazy. And I want to say they also messed up with their Kickstarter, because their Kickstarter that went for a lot of money, and I'm talking about the box set of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is also being offered to retailers for less money. That pissed off so many people, because they paid so much money for this premium edition. Whether it's, you may get a variant cover, but the exact same thing is now being offered to retailers, and you could have bought it for a fraction of the price. So they don't have any faith in their products too, like the irredeemable. They refuse to reprint them. I'm sorry, I'm babbling. Let's move on. Hey Omar, how many issues of comics do you read a day? Depending, like if it's Silver Age, Silver Age is I need a break from Silver Age. Probably about 4 or 5 from Silver Age. Then I move on to something else and come back to Silver Age. Batwoman, I stayed up last night reading some, actually. So I read about...
Yeah, I stayed up too late.
No, I stayed up too late. Oh, man, I read about 20 issues of that. And before that, I was reading the... the American Gods. American Gods is dialogue heavy, too, though. So, I don't know. It really depends. I try to get in about 30 issues. Sometimes it's hard, though. What's up, Neil Pereira?
Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat, brother.
I hope you're both doing well. After your review, I picked up and loved All New Wolverine Omni. Are there any books with similar tones that you would recommend?
With a similar tone to All New Wolverine? Yeah. So that's Tom Taylor. Really enjoy his stuff. Everything that he has written has been freaking awesome. There's a series that is nobody really talks about. It's called Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's printed by Marvel Comics. It's a phenomenal series. He wrote the Injustice the first couple of years of that. Also phenomenal. And but if you want the same kind of tone about a brand new sort of superhero, legacy superhero like that. Miss Marvel is phenomenal. Like, her stuff is great. I highly recommend that one. From DC Comics, Batwoman is good. Batwoman tends to be a little bit darker, though.
Let's see. So now Instant Motivation is definitely the time to ask this question. We were just in the middle of the previews. So we wanted questions about the books that were being previewed. So what about Eternals Volume 1? Just ordered it. It's coming out in country 3 weeks. Can you give me a heads up about Eternals Volume 1? Just ordered it, man, and it's coming to our country in 3 weeks.
Eternals?
So, are you wanting to know if it's good or not, or like his opinion on if they're going to arrive in 3 weeks?
Yeah, that book came out last year. Are you wanting to know what it's about? It was like Jack Kirby's return to the Marvel Universe and telling more of sort of his fourth world type of stories. And then Marvel said, no, you need to add Iron Man in here. And then eventually they got incorporated into the Marvel Universe. But he was trying to tell this little corner of the Marvel Universe about these beings that have existed.
I never got into it.
Yeah, there's Neil Gaiman is trying. I tell you, the series that I really like is the Gillen run. So far, it's been solid. Here's super chat from Melanie.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Good luck next week. And Omar, Silver Age Marvel. How they selling? I want Hulk Volume 2, Thor Volume 5, etc. Please, being polite.
Please. Well, I guess it depends on the sales of Hulk, huh? This time around, got to make sure that sells instead of not sitting there and being liquidated. That's what usually doesn't get us a Volume 2, right? People have wanted Daredevil, Silver Age Omnibus Volume 2. However, it's just, it wouldn't be good business to make a Volume 2 of a book that's just been sitting there for months, or actually years now, in liquidation. So in order for these books to come out with further future volumes, they have to sell. So that's why they're testing the waters with Hulk. They're testing the waters with Thor. So hopefully they'll sell, and then you guys can get your volumes too. So tell your family.
This person was wanting your opinion.
Oh, you got it. There you go.
Will you be announcing any Marvel breaking news next week?
Yeah. I've got one. It's already been approved. It's just waiting. And I usually put the early access to our on our Patreon. Sometimes I forget what's on there. So we do have different tiers for our Patreon. That's at the $5 tier. So you can have early access.
And we use that money to support the family because it's a career for him. And so if you're interested in getting early breaking news, join the $5 tier. And then we have a Discord, and you can talk about it to keep it hush hush and a secret, which is always fun to have until it's actually announced. Those
people are phenomenal. They have kept quiet.
So thank you.
Thank you all. Speaking of Taylor's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, what did you think of the Spider Bite episode? Did you like it? Was just the kid who read Spider-Man by Stern again. I like the classic better. I like the classic
but
more.
Did you get the feeling like it was just the kid who read Spider-Man?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Oh, good. You're welcome, Marvel. Bar, the reason why he gets news about Marvel and not DC is that he continues to try to reach out to DC, but the contacts are a revolving door, and they don't give back.
Yeah, it's not like I hate DC, and people have asked me why do you review more Marvel Omnis than you do DC? And honestly, the answer is because Marvel publishes 20 to 1 of their books. There's all these Marvel Omnis coming out, and it was 15. And DC this month alone released 2. They're not. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that they don't release them, and if they don't release them, I can't do overviews of them. And even their trade paperbacks. I mean, anybody that has seen my upcoming collected editions from DC knows that last month there were 17 books. 17 books. Marvel releases that many Omnis in a month, and DC doesn't. They don't get back to me like they used to. We used to have a really good connection over there with Hank and a couple of other people in his department. It's just that unfortunately, oh my goodness, 2/3 of their folks got laid off, and I hate that. Right? Not for my sake, but I just hate anybody losing their job. I've been there. And what's up, Doc Holiday? And it sucks, but and these people, and I'm not saying these people are lazy or anything. I'm just saying that they are, I'm sure, running like chickens with their heads cut off because they're having to do multiple jobs. A lot of the people in the collected editions department were editors. They're not even collected edition editors. So
Bar says, I know you don't hate DC. Love your DC
oh, thanks,
videos.
man.
Hi,
Yeah,
Omar.
I know. What's up, Omar Reyes? Buenos dias, O and Melanie. I'm just O now. Remember on our wedding day we had M&Os instead of M&Ms. We had M&Os.
Oh, that was so much fun on M&Ms. Yeah, you could change to your initials. Where is this?
See, Excalibur Omni
there we go.
Volume 1 going to be restock. That's down later. Also, I met and talked to Mark London from Mad Cave. Dude, yes, he was
cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I had him on the show. Super dude. I love, dude, if you've not read Battle Cats, man, that's a lot of fun. I try to push that book on so many people. I haven't heard of an Omni restock, but my buddy Reaper XP has. He said that he saw it somewhere. I don't know where he saw it, but I've not heard of one. If there is a restock, it might come out when Excalibur 2 comes out, and that's not until next year now because of the delays.
Where's that Alpha Omnibus? Don't know.
Somewhere with Super Pro. Omar, read it. How do you say that?
Omar Melanie.
What's up, Omni Nation Comics?
Thank you for the super chat. Just stopping in real quick to show you guys love. I'm hoping hard for the Black Panther by Priest announcement.
I cannot say anything, but me too. I'm hoping that will come. Look, man, remember when people were like yelling last year, like, where's all the Black Panther Omnis? Marvel's really missing out. I said like for a couple of years now that they're gonna make up for it when the second movie gets announced. And they have been. I mean, we got 3 so far, right? World of Wakanda, Ta-Nehisi Coates, and the classic. Yeah, and we got maybe one more in there, maybe more. I don't know.
What are the best comics to read before Infinity hardback?
That's an awesome comment. What's it before which one? I'm sorry?
Before Infinity hardback.
Just the Hick Avenger stuff. Honestly, new Avengers and Avengers. That's all you really need to read to set up that storyline. You can go back and read the classic Jim Starlin stuff, but it really has very little to do with Infinity Gauntlet and that era of Jim Starlin. And somebody was asking again about the Something's Killing the Children. Yep, I made mention of that a little bit earlier, and I kind of went on a whole tantrum.
How about the cutoff date? They didn't give them enough time to pre-order, so they're only going to get 2/3 of
a third of their orders.
I'm sorry, a third. The 2/3.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna be like the freaking Usagi Yojimbo hardcover. It's gonna be the hard book to get this year. Is Astonishing X-Men Omnibus restock planned for December? I'm thinking that's gonna be delayed. But then again, Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1 is getting restocked like as early as next week, I believe. I know Cheap Graphic Novels got their order. So anybody needing one, don't forget to check out our sponsor, Cheap Graphic Novels. Tell them the Human Condition sent you their way.
Yeah, and you get free shipping on your next order.
If you're a first-time customer.
First time
there you go.
Yeah. New Spirit Channel.
What's my man saying?
Wait, did you answer that question? About Astonishing X-Men?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said it'd probably be delayed.
How about the bag of M&M's, but half raw is framed with W instead? All right, Doc Holiday. I don't have any thoughts on the latest Sandman trailers because I've been really busy getting ready for this job. And you've been really busy reading, right?
Well, yeah, but no,
have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy for those folks that need this in their lives, and I just, to me, there are certain stories and certain comics that I don't think need an adaptation. Sandman, of course, is one of them. Even though, Neil Gaiman's like, I think this is going to be great. I endorse this project. And of course, you're the creator. And I'm not saying Neil Gaiman is a sellout at all. I'm just saying every creator wants to endorse their project. Unless you're Alan Moore, then you just don't care. But every creator is like, yeah, this is as close to the book as it's going to get. Because it means a check for them, and I'm not saying that he's a sellout. I'm just saying that most creators, once they see their vision on TV or the big screen, they want to go and push you to go see it. So I don't know. I'll probably watch it, but just like Why the Last Man, kind of lose interest in that. Like I don't even hear anybody talk about Why the Last Man. That's sad.
Yeah, it's not doing good. Which I haven't watched yet. But I guess I'm just not. I don't watch that much TV, and I'm not interested in seeing a on-screen version of something I read because I just like reading it.
It could work. I don't know. It didn't click with me.
Will Death Metal ever get an Omni? Hello from India.
What's up? Yes, probably, because we're getting an absolute edition. So,
is the Onslaught Omnibus being delayed?
When was that scheduled? December? I'll look it up here in a few minutes. Actually, let me look it up really quick.
Okay.
I know that a lot of them are being delayed. I didn't see that one. I think that one's still coming on time. By the way, if you're just now joining, I do put in the chat or in the description of the video the latest dates that I have for these books, especially if they're going to be delayed. So let me look.
I need to put our video playing on my phone. Get another view, y'all.
No, wait. It looks like it's been pushed till January now. So January 18th, 2022.
Yeah, why would it?
So just a little bit of a slight delay there. Would you sell your Crisis Absolute? No, my wife's not even allowed to touch it. No, you moved up in the rank now. You can touch it. No, that wasn't a joke. Remember, I was like, you can't touch my Absolute editions.
Ben, thank you. Speaking of Something's Killing the Children, how excited is everyone for the October book club? If you're not a patron yet, there's still time to get in.
Look at Ben.
The first trade paperback. We'll meet through Zoom, and I need to look at which date and time you all voted for, which one won for when we'll meet, and it's in the $7.77 tier. We're doing a monthly book club.
Get a list of upcoming restocks. I know Peter David
put a reminder.
I do. It's in the description of the video, but keep in mind a lot of that might move around. So, what comics that you own will never give away or sell? A lot, especially if they're signed, right? Especially if the creators are gone now. How long have you guys been married, Omar and Melanie? Oh, how old is Lydia? 12, 13 years. 13 marvelous, amazing, distinguished competition years. I threw marvelous in there. I had to be fair. Is Daredevil shot only an omnibus reprint possible since it comes after Brubaker run chronologically? Oh, man. I remember when people couldn't even give that away.
Wait, thanks, Ipsy. Sunday the 24th at 4 p.m.
Thank you, Ipsy.
All right. Thank you.
That's when they're doing it's a Zoom meeting, so everybody gets on-screen time with Melanie. Sometimes I join. I may join for this one because I really like that book.
There's a monthly reminder down at the bottom to do an overview for Six Gun and Goon from Share Bear.
Oh, thank you, Share Bear. Liar. Oh, monthly reminder. Yes. He reminds me. Every month.
Like to the day?
To the day.
Put a reminder on your phone.
Happy weekend from the UK. What's up? What's up? How possible is a Barry Allen? Oh, no, this is
How possible is a Flash by Mark Waid on me?
Very possible. They already got all this stuff printed. All they gotta do is make the scans and make them bigger. That's it.
Gotcha. Omar is overseeing the printing of the new Warriors Volume 2 Omnibus. Make sure it's 100% on time.
I think that got delayed until next year too. So it's I think it's like February. Omar, any word on that King in Black Omnibus that's been hinted a couple of times? Stay tuned. That's my word. Is Superman Exile Omnibus worth it? Yeah, absolutely. If you have the Man of Steel hardcovers, the fourth one that comes out in January now, because that was delayed too, that comes right after that era of Superman. And we need at least one more between that and the Death and Return of Superman. It's a lot of fun. It's a great era. Uncle Raj writing it, Louise Simonson. Thank you, Dane, for joining us. Look forward to your House of M Omni next week.
I didn't read that last part.
One day, buddy. One day.
Any news on Annihilation Omni reprint?
Yes. I got to announce that, didn't I? That comes out next year sometime. No word on War of the Kings, though. For those people wondering, how possible is a Daredevil by Waid Omni reprint? Very possible. Very, very possible.
What's your favorite Marvel event? Marvel versus DC.
I really like Marvel versus DC, man. That was so fun. What's my favorite Marvel event? You know, as a kid, I loved things like Secret Wars because it was all the heroes together. And I don't think anything got better than Infinity Gauntlet. That first freaking chapter with the snap. Oh my gosh. I was like, dude, they just killed off the Fantastic Four characters and an Alpha Flight. And I mean, yes, part of me knew they were going to come back. There's no way you're going to get killed off in Infinity Gauntlet. But I don't know. I guess it might be Infinity Gauntlet, you know? I've enjoyed more DC events than I have Marvel events, though. And, I mean, House of M, Civil War. I don't know. They just never clicked with me. And even the ones as a kid, they weren't that epic. I guess Infinity Gauntlet. What about you? Do you remember, like, what's your favorite event?
I don't have one.
House of M.
Sorry. No,
Civil War.
No.
Right.
Nope. The fact that you almost said Barry's blasphemous. You're the reason I like Wally West and Wayne Run.
Oh, dude, Wally's the man. Wally's my Flash. But then Barry came and stole his, almost said thunder, lightning. Has Fourth World Part 2 been delayed? What's up, Jeff? And thank you for the super chat, buddy. Oh, the Absolute? I think so. I think that now comes out next year.
Annihilation. Annihilation Conquest. You like that?
Yeah. I guess it would have to be Annihilation Conquest. But then when I think of Annihilation Conquest as an event, it feels more like a cosmic event than a Marvel event, right? Because at the same time Annihilation Conquest was happening, what was happening here on Earth? Was it the Secret Invasion? Secret Invasion?
What was happening here?
Don't make fun of me. I think it was Secret Invasion at that time.
The Infinity Gauntlet box set is really great. I'm amazed when I look at that.
I'm glad you got it, man. I think, remember it had 2 printings. That's one of the few box set that had 2 printings. The second printing didn't have the little flag. So.
Who's sending now?
It's David.
What?
He's at New York Comic Con. He sent me a picture of Alf.
Oh.
And Nth Man, the epic or the omnibus I want. I'm going to ask him, are these hints for future omnis?
Nth Man.
Dude, don't make fun of Nth Man. Nth Man was the bomb.
I don't know Nth Man. I just.
It was Larry Hama. It's good. Alf Omnibus confirmed.
Good morning, Robert. Oh,
what's up, Robert Marquez? There's Mark Spector, or am I Jake Lockley? I like this guy's username.
Oh shoot, I was on a question.
Yep,
I don't know which one it was.
Freddie Alonso, you are a blasphemous man, but you sent us a nice package, so you can, I like that slide.
Here, let's do this one. GOTG, Secret Invasion, or All War Kings Omnis after Annihilation.
After reading both Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest, what should I get next? Guardians of the Galaxy, Secret Invasion, or War of the Kings Omnis? Don't get Guardians of the Galaxy because that double dips. So if you have Annihilation, Annihilation Conquest, if you have the War of the Kings, Road to War of the Kings, and then Realm of the Kings, you will have all of Guardians of the Galaxy. What you should get next is definitely move on to the next thing, which is the Road to War of the Kings, man. That is an epic saga.
Excuse me.
So the new Death and Return of Superman Omnibus is coming out in 2022 is going to look different compared to the previous. We've had 3 printings and they're all been different. So I don't know at this time. I want to say it won't. It'll be the same as the last printing. The last printing to me is perfect. It's good. Astonishing Melanie, what was the first comic you read? That's a good question for you, baby.
Oh, I'm sure something Spider. No, maybe it was X-Men. But I watched the 90s Fox cartoons of Spider-Man, X-Men, watched Batman. I never did buy Batman comics. So after I trained in the martial arts and go after class at the dojo, go over to the comic book store and just pick out random issues. And that's a good question. I don't know which was first. Hi, Kyle.
Ask David to give us a King in Black Omnibus. He already said he was, remember? Dudes, making my Saturday sandwich. I love that you have a Saturday sandwich. That's awesome. For lunch.
I do Saturday morning pancakes.
She does.
With strawberries and powdered sugar.
Yeah. Sounds of Omar and Melanie in the background. Woo, woo. I hope we're...
Sounds of Omni.
Is that our theme song?
How's your drumming going, Kyle?
Yeah, let's have a one-on-one conversation with Kyle.
I'm just asking a question.
Why no Guardians of the Galaxy Epic Collections? We've had Guardians of the Galaxy Complete Collections is what we've had. We've had the Jim Valentino run, the post-Jim Valentino stuff, and then the Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning run. So it's not that they're... Maybe in 10 years' time, they'll be epic. Omar, did you buy 2 Metroid? Boy, that was a Freudian slip. Did you buy Metroid Dread? I bought 2. I pulled my friend Rob64. I got one from Walmart, and I got one from Amazon Japan because I didn't think I was gonna get it. I got it. I backed up my Walmart order with Amazon Japan. I could not cancel my Amazon Japan order, so I'm gonna end up with 2 copies of that game. Dang it! What was the first Image comic you read? For me, it was Youngblood #1. I remember that thing blowing up too, man. I know a lot of people make fun of Rob Liefeld and Pockets and all that. It doesn't matter, man. Back in my day, that dude was a rock star. Like, it was impossible to get a issue #1 of Youngblood. And then eventually we got Spawn #1, and then Savage Dragon #1, Wildcats #1. I remember all these issues coming out. It was a great time to be a comic book reader, man. Of course, the writing was not the best, but yeah, I did like Savage Dragon though. That was fun. And then Wetworks got delayed because unfortunately, Will Portacio, I think he lost his sister, so it was like a 2-year hiatus. I pre-ordered War of the Realms thinking it was War of the Kings. Ryan Wilson. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you.
Do you know if Marvel can reprint Simpsons comics?
They can. Is there an interest for a Simpsons omnibus? Are you guys interested in? Would you buy a Simpsons omnibus? This is no lie because they now have the rights to print the Bongo comics.
Hi, Josh.
What's up, Josh?
We did. We interviewed him a couple weeks ago. You check it out because Josh is working on a comic, Bang, the Ballad of the Tiger.
Yeah, he's a super talented guy. Which Spider-Man comic should I start reading? Any suggestions? Well, anybody in the chat can suggest to you, Mr. X. I did a video on where to start reading Spider-Man just 2 months ago. My next where to start reading will be where to start reading horror comics, because I think that's a question I get asked every Halloween, like for people that don't like too much grotesque stuff, for people that like a little humor in there, and for people that just want down and dirty. I got it all in there, or I'm making a list.
Did I make a playlist for those?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Oh, it's called
the playlist.
Look in the playlist called the Beginners playlist. Have you ever purchased one of the classic? I haven't, and I really want to, but they go out of print so quick, and I know they keep pushing back so many of them. Like, did Ninjak ever come out? Somebody said Amazing Fantasy 15. That's where Complete is when it starts. Absolutely. Absolutely. A Simpsons omnibus would be awesome. A Simpsons omnibus would be fun. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I liked a lot of that stuff. Mr. S is looking for Spider-Man now. Thought he was looking for Claire.
Hi, Greg Garloo. Where is the one?
I saw that Image now has the rights to publish a lot of the Kurt Busiek stuff. So a lot of people are hoping for some collected editions of Astro City. I want some Aerosmith as well, man. That stuff with Carlos Pacheco. But yes, come on, give me that Astro City. All right.
Do you think we get Batman and Robin 2011 and Frank Miller's Daredevil omnibus reprints?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Wow, that's your shortest answer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Really.
Thank you for the super sticker.
Jorgensen. Kjell? It's a cool name. Alf before Simpsons.
I think Melanie would agree.
Yeah, Melanie and Curtis, I think, are the only two people that would agree. Okay, and James.
Our daughter really likes Simpsons. Hey, Minties, hope you're doing good. Omar, will you do an overview of Cloak and Dagger too? I know I may be the only one who wants it, but still, a quick thought. Is it good material?
Absolutely, I would love to. I just got it in. I got a bunch of Omnis in. So that they are coming. It's just that they're going to be delayed, of course. Actually, I wanted to show, because people have been asking me about this particular one. So this is, I just got this in yesterday. This is the Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 3 reprint. And for the people that are wondering, yes, it does have the new spine. It's still sealed. I can open it up if y'all want me to. That's what the back looks like. So the new reprints of these Silver Age books will have the new design on them. This is something I think I've already said on my channel, but just I know there's still people in disbelief. Like, maybe they'll go back to the old designs. Well, they're sticking to this design. So the Uncanny X-Men reprints will also have this new design. I'm 100% sure on that. And as soon as I get one, I'll make sure to show you all. But people that have been asking me, here it is. This is the reprint. I believe this has been delayed until November. But same content as before, and it just has the new spine design. Actually, It's as thick as the volume 3 that I have. But
thicker than a Snicker.
No, it is not.
Hi, Rebel by Design.
Empire is thicker than a Snicker. And I will say Empire is the most interesting omnibus that I've seen released. And when I do an overview, I'll talk exactly about what I mean. That there are some unfinished miniseries in there that they never finished that are published in here. And it's interesting how they did it. I don't know how I feel about it, because you could see like they stopped coloring them, then they stop inking them, and then there's just layouts, and then you get a little bit of and then you get the script. I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, okay, that's really weird. Maybe they should have finished it out, or would I have preferred the other way around of not even putting them in here at all? But then I would have been missing some of those earlier issues. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on that.
When does the volume 3 get back?
I think it's November. November 11th, I believe.
Josh's got a great idea. A quick video on how you ship books, especially with international shipping. Tag a Kickstarter, and I think it might get a lot of views.
How I ship books.
He works hard.
I shipped out so many books. By the way, I think I need to email a couple of people that live in Australia. That is the only place that I have not shipped out the prices to. So they have closed everything, not just from America, but they have closed everything from receiving from overseas. So Australia, as soon as they open back up, I'll be happy to send your stuff out to you guys. I'm gonna email those folks. Dang, I want more of that type of content. Just described from Empire. Sad didn't finish, but that's cool. Right? It's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, like part of me wants all of it, and then part of me is like, well, should they have even bothered? I don't know. Maybe when I do a read through. Thank you, Read Comics. Big shout out to Read.
Freddie.
Okay, is saying Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3 ships out November 17th. Thank you, sir. Can you give us a small sneak peek of that Mutant Massacre reprint? Yeah, here in a second I will.
You know I did it.
Yeah. We don't have any artwork to show, so where's my buddy Arthur?
We just talked about him yesterday.
Arthur, like, where you at, buddy? Where are you at? This moment, I just want to remind everybody to smash that like button, please. If you're enjoying the content, even if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah, one person's not.
Smash, brother. Smash that like button.
At least when I check.
That guy gets up so early to just sets his alarm. So, it could be a woman. I doubt it. See how charming this guy is?
I doubt it.
Come on.
Remember, instead of playing BS that on the DS,
it was called
I doubt it.
Wish they throw Empire X-Men into one of the X-Omnis. Only part of the event that I enjoyed. I like the artwork in that event, honestly. How many comics do I read a day? I answered that earlier. This is like 15 to 20, sometimes 30, sometimes an omnibus if I'm really pushing it, but that's really pushing it. Hi, Omar, any news on the Long Shot Gallery edition? No news yet, but it's one of my most wanted, man. Omar, thoughts on Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison? Wonderful. Like,
okay, Freddie, we're not going to read it out loud.
Oh, okay. Don't read it out loud. Okay. I promise I won't, Freddie. But thank you so much. Can we show what you sent us, though? Is that cool? I love it, man. It's freaking phenomenal. Morrison, they did an amazing job with that freaking book. And stands the test of time. Stands the test of time. Thank you, Freddie. Do you know when the Incredible Hulk by Peter David Omnibus Volume 2 is getting restocked on IST? I don't know about IST. I believe that one's supposed to be November. Thoughts on the Tick Omnibus? I love the Tick. I used to have a bunch of those. My buddy Travis sent it to me. What does that say?
No, we're not allowed to read it.
Oh.
Oh.
So you sent it to me? Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you thought of me.
Tilly Walden. So I'll put that one.
Oh, I love me some Tilly Walden, though. Okay, I love your notes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do like me some Tilly Walden because of you and Maddie. Is that another Tilly Walden book?
Yeah.
So you also sent us that. I love this part. Oh, yeah. Who published this? Avery Hill.
Oh, I like this artist. Who is that?
Almost thought it was Gary Frank on the cover, but I don't think it's Gary Frank.
And we've got the Protector. Thank you, Freddie. We've got the Anchor. It only took forever since volume 2.
Goran Suruska.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. Volume 2 of that.
And we've got
She-Hulk by Peter David. This is the crossover with X Factor, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And She-Hulk by Peter. This is the one that kicks it off.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Thank you so much, my dude.
Thank you.
And I promise not to read your notes. What's up, Eclipse? How you doing? What is Aerosmith about? It's wonderful artwork, alternate reality, Kurt music. It's awesome, man. What's your opinion on Preacher by Garth Ennis? One of my top 10 favorite Vertigo comics. I love it. I love that ending. That ending tears me up. It's perfection. It's blasphemous. It's a little dated with the dialogue and the pop culture, but I don't care, man. It's wonderful. If you've never read it, do yourself a favor. It's good. To me, it's his magnum opus. I know a lot of people prefer Preacher, Hellblazer or Punisher, but to me, I think it got no better than Preacher.
Aerosmith didn't want to miss a thing.
Do you think if we get an Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 5, will it have the new spine? I would buy it either way, but just wondering. Yeah, 100% it will have the new spine. Like we got the new spine on Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 5 and Fantastic Four Volume 4. 100% it will have the new spine.
Freddie, I totally understand. It's all good.
Thank you, brother. Hey, Omar, any timeline for your heavy metal video? Am I doing a heavy metal video? Dude, I can't.
That's a good way of asking. You're like, what's your timeline? You would.
I can't even find my heavy metal magazines I grew up with. I think I gave them away. Oh, Lord, I hope I gave them away to somebody that deserved them. I love that stuff. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Oh,
you're making me hungry.
Man, Breakfast of Champions. Morning. I am Something is Killing the Children pre-order. So here's hoping that Boom does the right thing and has a second printing. The channel sponsor, CGN, still has Hulk Volume 2. So there you go. Whoever was asking. Hulk Volume 2 can be found at cheapgraphicnovels.com. So here's my thing. Yes, I think that Something is Killing the Children will get the slipcase edition, by the way, will get a second printing. However, that probably won't come until next year. And I don't know if by then people will still want it. I know people want it now, right? And of course, FOMO drives a lot of that too. Like, oh my God, it's something that's going to be rare. I have to have it now. Or it's Halloween season. I have to have it now. Or I've been waiting a year and some months to read this. I have to have it now. So I don't know if in I say it will be about 6 months before it come back into stock. Our
daughter Lydia read Something's Killing the Children after I did. And she wants to keep reading it.
Yeah. Bricks for Brothers. That's an awesome name. What comics do you read monthly? I don't really read monthly anymore. I stick to collected editions because since this is my full-time job, I have to read so much. I did read Inferno though, so I wanted to see what that was about. So I did read Inferno Volume 1, and I'm happy with it. Why the Last Man edition should I get between the trade paperbacks and hardcovers? Hardcovers will have oversized format, like the artwork will be oversized. They are a little harder to find though, especially with the TV show out. So yeah, I think hardcover over the trade paperbacks. Trade paperbacks are easier to find and cheaper though.
I had it on a question that you clicked off of. Ivan, anyone know where to get custom dust jackets?
Yeah, my boy Kevin. He makes them.
That's his name.
Yeah, Kevin's a good guy.
Okay, well,
email me if you want his contact info. I think I've sent a lot of people his way. He's amazing. He's made me some funny ones. He's the one that did my Runaways because I wasn't a fan of the what I like to call the skin tone spine, like the flesh tone. So he made me one for that.
Do you know when Jubilee becomes a vampire?
Yeah, in the pages of X-Men by, oh my gosh, what was his name? Gillish, I think. It's in Volume 1 of that. It's the whole Dracula crossover. It's the X-Men versus the vampires. Been very patient with my Devil Dinosaur Omnibus that I've been waiting for in good condition and a fair price. After 10 plus years, it came in this afternoon. That to me, man, everybody that's like, this has to be the smallest omnibus, the skinniest omnibus, and to me, it's always been Devil Dinosaur. I have it. It's what is it, like 8 issues that he did? Yeah. So I don't understand why some people will pay extra money for a book to come in a slipcase. Presentation, really. There's another non-slipcase edition that's available the same day. It looks nicer, you know. I get it. Collectors, we have that mentality. I want the best edition that's available. So, Curse of the Mutants. That's what the crossover is called. Who's the writer? Was it? I cannot pronounce his name. Almost like Gilgamesh. That's stupid. That's not a person. Although it's a cool name. I mean, it is a person. We need a reprint of Spider-Man versus Venom Omni. Did that make it in our top 20? 9. It was 9 issues. I don't know if that made it in our top 20. I told David it was a good time to rebrand it because that's got Maximum Carnage, and we've got the Carnage movie coming out. I think he forgot about the book, honestly. Kind of like he forgot about the prologue to Inferno, and I had to show him the book on the air. I'm like, no, really, it does exist. See, you remember that day? He was like, no, it doesn't.
You made me go get it.
I was like, bet. Come on.
Wait, was there a book I was supposed to get? You said earlier.
Mutant Massacre.
Okay, here, open this up.
Okay, this is from Andrew Rosenberg. It's a good guy. That's the Stray Toasters Project.
I know what it is.
You know what this is?
He showed me.
So, this is a me in the background. Alf's not even watching me. Alf is great, but did they come in cat size? It's talking to the toaster. This is what most people do. They don't even watch me. They just listen to it.
Well, that's fine too.
Thank you, Andrew, for this.
Thank you. Here, let's put it up. Wait, where can you see it? Right here.
Right there.
Next to Spike lighting face cigarette.
I think Omar is mad at me for some reason. He keeps missing my comment. What was your comment? There's just a lot of people asking things, JT Gamer.
He's asking, should I get floppies because there are...
yeah, if you want to get floppies.
No, he said because of the paper shortage.
Oh, no. The paper shortage isn't affecting comics, man. You go out and buy your floppies. Are the official handbooks of the Marvel Universe the best character collection? Same with the Who's Who for DC. Yes. As far as like what they consider canon, absolutely. Here's the thing about the book. At least for Marvel, I'm not sure about how Who's Who got started, but the way that Mark Gruenwald pictured it is this is the definitive way to get new writers caught up with these characters. So if a new writer was to take over Alpha Flight, they would be handed these guides, and the guides would tell you, what the characters are up to, their current status, when they first appeared, their origin, their powers, their power levels, and things like that. I don't think they do that now. I think they just tell a new writer to go on Wikipedia to find out what the X-Men are up to. What's up, Tommy Vo? Uncanny Senpai.
Melanie-chan. Finally make it to another star.
About time, man. About time. That's all I'm going to say.
Rodimus Prime Rib. Thanks to Omar. Just bought
Prelude.
A prelude. Road to War of the Kings off Cheap Graphic Novels. My wallet hates you.
I'm so sorry, but I want you to get it before it goes out of print. Omar, have you been green lit from Marvel to announce the OHC Dawn of X? No, I have not. That's a weird question. This is like a lawyer question. No such thing exists, sadly. I did get to announce the X-Fire Inferno oversized hardcover and the X-Force Volume 1 coming out next year. What's up, Tommy Vo? There's a Spider-Man.
You act like you...
Really? Maybe I'm really excited to see him. I want to say hi again. You ever thought about that?
Oh, I do stuff like that all the time. There's a Spider-Man reprint of 1 and 2 with new spines coming. How many more Spidey Omnis on the way?
I know of 2 more, but they were moved to later next year. Yep.
Hi, Sass Murph. Thanks for the info on the alternate cover for Spidey by Melanie McFarland Omni last month. Got mine this week. So
good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
Somebody say Alpha Flight.
No one said that. This man makes some good slipcases, though. Speaking of slipcases.
Okay, so New Spooky Channel has the question about that. Is it for 1 or 2 books? I received an email from DCBS about them not being received and being retracted.
They are such a mess. I saw that people were emailing me about that, and I said, I think they're supposed to be getting them. It's all I knew was about the Spider-Man Volume 1, or the McFarlane Michelini Omnibus. So that that is the one that I knew that was coming. I think they're gonna do a replacement for the Spidey by McFarlane, which is confusing, I know, but it's the one because they claimed that it was supposed to be the black suit cover, but it was the Spider-Man and Wolverine cover, and there was a big mix-up. So I think that's supposed to get a replacement cover. I don't know for sure. I haven't heard from Marvel on that one.
Here, show this book.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. So here's the X-Men Mutant Massacre. This is what I like to call the Omar cover, because I goofed up and said this is the cover that they were going to release, and David said, that's not the cover I chose. And then he later messaged me going, you know what? No, let's go with that cover. That's a better cover. And I said, oh, awesome. So here it is. And they've taken away I know this bothers some people. It doesn't bother a lot, but they've taken away the little box up here and the little box down here.
Oh, that's what's missing.
The word bubbles are missing from that.
I was like, it feels really big.
To me, this is just my personal opinion. It feels like I get more art, so I'm okay with that because I get the original cover on the inside. And then here's all the covers in the back. With, I believe that's Rick Leonardi, Wolverine right there. There's all the X-Men. The Marauders are killing the Morlocks. Spoilers. And then the spine with my girl, Psylocke, my one true Psylocke.
Ooh. Kenneth is saying, I think DC should do a new Who's Who comic series for modern readers who have come into DC since 2011.
You know, I think Marvel was doing that. They did it with their Ultimate Universe, and they did it with their... Anytime they had a big crossover like Annihilation, they did it with those.
Carl's asked about the Superman reading order. It's which book are you going to get in?
Man of Steel, Volume 4. When Man of Steel Volume 4 comes out, I'll be putting the poll up on our Patreon. I got to put up the poll for November, too, for Patreon. Forgot about that.
If Inferno has an OHC, will there be a Fallen Angels OHC?
I don't know. I don't think a lot of us liked Fallen Angels. Would I buy it in OHC? Yes, because I'm stupid. No Dazzler. Denied. Oh, come on. You guys got your Dazzler in, what was it? Was it the Jim Lee one? I don't think anybody saw that coming. The Jim Lee volume had the Dazzler issue. That's awesome.
Oh, wouldn't that be funny if you, Freddie was saying if you had the Omar cover should be included inside of the book.
The Omar cover.
Do you think the Legion of Superheroes 5YL?
5 years later.
Oh, Omnibus can be reprinted.
I haven't heard of that reprint, but absolutely I do. They're reprinting a few books next year. 52, Gotham Central, and then of course Death and Return of Superman. Sometimes they do stealth reprints like they did with JSA. They've done stealth reprints of those. So it's weird with their stealth reprints. They never announce it. I found out by looking at the catalog that it was coming back. So,
any news on Hickman's Avengers Complete Collection Volume 5?
Nothing yet, sir. Nothing yet.
Did you see that they listed Spider-Man Beyond as a 19-issue arc at the end of 75? Was that with the previews? 80 Point Bay?
Beyonce. Yep.
Okay, so yes. The answer is yes.
I didn't know.
Or no.
I didn't know. I'm not reading them monthly. So. Omar, you totally got distracted and missed my comment earlier. What was it? What was it that he said? I thought we highlighted it.
Oh, was that? Oh, so it must have been like I put it up there and you started talking about something else. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry, can you post it again, please? Oh, this one here. And then we go. Omar, how far in advance do you know about upcoming Marvel Omni releases? October 20 of 22 or further? If they move things around, sometimes I know more, or sometimes David will text me and we talk about something, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll probably do that." And then things move around. Officially, he sends me a list. So right now, I know I'll wait until I think September of next year or October, one of those months.
Sean Smith said that you had a Dread overview coming in November. Don't forget.
Thank you. Oh gosh, I forgot.
What about that Gru Omni?
That's up to
Sergio
Aragones. And I think Dark Horse is where he was saying it was going to be. Or he's shopping it around. So maybe Dark Horse. The blurb on the back of that new Mutant Massacre's Omni is different from what was on the back of the first printing. Yeah, you're right. A dramatic and deadly battle by Comic Book Resources. They should have had my blurb. Whoops, I screwed up the cover. Sorry about that. the Uncanny Omar. That would have made a better blurb. Then a dramatic and deadly battle. Dude, it's called a massacre. Of course it's a dramatic and deadly battle. Come on. Where am I going to get an Uncanny? I wanted a New Warriors Omnibus Volume 2. The least selling omnibus of all time. We'll have my blurb. This book good. Bye.
What are the chances that DC releases a Batman Rebirth Tom King?
100%. They've we finally got the 6 oversized hardcover. So for us that have been waiting for that, we finally got the solicit, or it's in the catalog. It's not been solicited officially, but it finally popped up in the catalog. So I'm sure that will come. Sounds like an 80s monster movie.
Beware of the blurb. It creeps and sneaks and slides across the floor. Can I talk about the new MCU movie I announced a few days? He's going to be cast as Luke Cage. Yeah,
Melanie apparently has inside knowledge of
that
Marvel movies.
Oh, I know. Leo saying, I know. He says, read my Q&A.
Read my Q&A.
Since Amanda's on maternity leave. He is MIA.
He comes. He does come on when Oldfell and I review shows and movies. So yeah, we're gonna be reviewing What If on Sunday. What's that?
Maybe he likes Oldfell. Okay, go
ahead. I thought you said something else. I thought you said maybe he likes old women.
No, Oldfell.
That's rude. Bonjour de Montreal. Like that, French right there. Sorry, I missed the first half. Did I miss any big announcements? There's a Luke Cage movie coming, according to Melanie. Okay. Melanie has an amazing sources, and even got Fiona Staples in the chat. Man, we had Don Cheadle here in the chat a little bit earlier.
Don Cheadle had to go work out.
Yeah, he must have been pumping iron for that War Machine series.
Do you think there'll be an Age of X-Men omnibus?
Yeah, sure. It's not that good, but I'd
buy it. I was like, why'd you say it like that?
Well, because I think it's a story like hardly ever gets mentioned, but it's an X-Men event. It will get some kind of oversized hardcover in some format. Yeah, absolutely.
Have you read the original Star Wars Omnis?
I did. Wasn't a fan. Sold them. I like Jackson. He was cool because he kind of looked like Bucky O'Hare, but I just, I know it means a lot to people, but for me, it was just okay.
Saludos, Omar, Melanie. Question: when are you creating your own comic? Smash the like button.
Oh, thank you, Durley. My brother and I are actually working on something right now.
He's coming over this week.
Yeah, we're gonna work on some things. No real announcement or anything. I don't like to. I hate.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah, we're just working on ideas and things, fleshing things out. So, yeah, thank you for asking, man. That's really nice. Conan run is the most comparable to Berserk in terms of violence and epicness. Savage Sword, man. Yeah, Savage Sword. Actually, Kurt Busiek's run is pretty savage too. The Kurt Busiek Dark Horse years. It's been collected in the Conan by Kurt Busiek omnibus.
Oh, Doyle likes Bucky.
Yeah, he was.
I hate that song.
Bucky O'Hare. Dude, Keith Brower, thank you for asking this question. The Mark Spector Moon Knight, I would love that. Yes, there is hope. We are getting, a modern run. We're getting volume 2 of the classic stuff. The 90s stuff would be stellar. It would only take 2 Omnis. And then plus you get that Stephen Platt artwork at the end of his run. I know that was the end of an era for a lot of people because it was the beginning of the super testosterone in your face dynamic art style that became Image Comics.
I need to blow my nose.
Any chance of a Savage Sword of Conan Volume 1 reprint? 4 Omnis in, just need Volume 1 so I can start reading them. They stealth reprinted Volume 1 of Conan last year of the Marvel years. So maybe, yeah. With Kurt Busiek moving to his own creator-owned stuff at Image, will we finally get an Astro City OHCs? That's what I was talking a little bit about that earlier, man. I'm hoping that we get something like that. That is one of my most wanted. It was over at Wildstorm for a while, and that DC owned it, and it's a nightmare to get any of those books in hardcover format. So I hope one day we do get them, and I hope we get them in oversized format. We know Marvel loves 90s plat with the weird Infinity Crusade direct market. I think the only reason they put that direct market cover was because of Moon Knight. Moon Knight was on the cover. Spider-Man was on the cover. Moon Knight was just announced that they were doing a TV show. It was an odd cover, though. I will say that. Will Roger Stern's Spider-Man Omni change spine to the way the other Spider-Man Omnis are? No, I don't think so. I think it's going to remain the same. The Omnis, like the modern Omnis and things like that, like the Mutant Massacre Omnis, like that changed a little bit from what it was, but it's still the box art down here. It's the exact same size for the logo, though. And does DC also do DM covers for Omnis? They do not. They don't do direct market covers. It's mainly a Marvel thing. Marvel just likes showing love to the comic book stores. They've always had a good relationship with comic book stores.
Answer Ken's question.
Yo, Omar, when do you think we'll get a Bendis X-Men Omnibus or 2? It would take 2 at least, my dude. Maybe even... Well, let me see. If they include the Black Mirror arc, if they include all of Battle of the Atom, that might take 3, honestly, to do all that. It's X-Men. I'm sure it will come one day. Hopefully, they go back and do things like we need to plug in some holes, like Road to Onslaught Omnibus. That would be cool. As much as I hated that storyline, I would still be excited. The stuff the post-Onslaught stuff, the stuff in between Operation Zero Tolerance and Apocalypse of 12. I would love that stuff collected in Omni format.
We're in Joe Kelsey's pocket, going to the store and listening while I shop.
Awesome. Omar, would you happen to know if Marvel owns the rights to Pride of the X-Men pilot cartoon? I used to have that VHS like 25 years ago, but I'd love to see it re-released in a modern format. So for those of you that don't know, Pride of the X-Men was a pilot that came out in the 80s, and it was released through Marvel Comics exclusively. I used to have that VHS too, and the best thing about that VHS was the voice actor for Wolverine he had an Australian accent, which I thought was really strange for a guy that was supposed to be from Canada. And then ironically enough, now this is irony, you could teach this to your kids at school, is that Hugh Jackman ended up playing Wolverine in the movies, and he's from Australia. Mind blown. Really? Women are so hard to impress, man.
Or that's kind of a stretch. That's cool.
That's kind of a stretch.
You know what's more impressive is the Garfield scenario.
What?
What's the Garfield, like, what's his name? Bill Murray doing the voice for Garfield? Yeah. How does it go? What's the other thing?
It was the guy that did the voice for Ghostbusters.
Yes, the guy that did the voice for Ghostbusters, that Bill Murray was in it.
Played Venkman. Peter Venkman. Bill Murray played Peter Venkman.
Okay,
the guy that
well,
did the voice for Ghostbusters. I am, but you're interrupting me.
No, I'm not. We just sat there for... And then...
This show is 2% bickering at each other.
So who did the voice for Garfield?
Music. Or what was his name?
Bill Murray did at one point.
In the movie.
Yes. And the dude who did the Ghostbusters voice for him?
In the cartoon.
Okay.
He passed away.
There you go. Lorenzo Music. Okay. I find Garfield more impressive than Wolverine.
Yeah. Thanks, Melanie. That's more.
Thank you.
The thing you cannot remember is more better. I'm that mad. More better than the thing I said about the connection between Wolverine and Australia.
Because I know it exists. It's not completely foreign.
I did hear about this. I'm the one that told her about it years ago. But she can't even remember. This is how she tells stories.
That's why I'm eating a snack.
And then she gets mad at me.
No, I got mad because you were like, you interrupted me. We were just sitting there.
Hello. Can you all see my comment, please? Is Flash Rebirth good? And it's Dr. Afra, good omnibus for new readers. Hope to see you see my comment. I saw your comment. Is that Jesus coming out of a portal?
No, the cave. Yeah, see, the stones rolled back. Come on, dude.
All right, settle down, Garfield. All right, so we have Rebirth. It's good. It's the return of Barry Allen. It's the return of Wally West. Is it a good jumping on point? It's okay. But Dr. Afra is amazing. Dr. Afra is a lot of fun if you're not familiar with the characters, because they kind of shoehorn into these stories with the characters from the movies that you're familiar with. Oh man, but it's so good. Flash, while it's not the best entry point to get to know the character, it's fun, and the artwork is good. Okay. All right, Ileana transports Jesus from place to place.
That would be awesome.
It's fun to see Melanie eat. Is it?
No.
Yeah, now it's 20%.
I need you guys to back me up. Let's see who backs me up. Were we just sitting there for a split second? I wasn't interrupting him.
I'm sorry. Do you wear a suit? Breaking news?
Who wins? Oh, let's do that every time. Who wins?
I'm not. No, we are not. Do not do that. Do not do that. David finally got back to me when I said, "Are these hints for future Omnis, Nth-Man, and Alf?" He said, No. What are you eating? This episode sponsored by
Velveeta soft baked cookies, whatever. Breakfast cookies. I'm still like dealing with a head cold or allergies or something. So I was like, well, maybe if I eat, I'll feel better.
Omar, did you see they are already starting to sell the 1961 Omnibus at liquidated prices, and yet they still announced the 1962 Omnibus? So two things. When I say liquidated prices, I don't mean from retailers. Retailer has every right to sell a book however they want to, whether it's over cover, whether it's undercover, whether they liquidate it. When I say liquidated prices, I mean liquidated prices from the distributor. So when Diamond or now PRH has a big liquidated sale, that's what I mean. When books go on sale for like $10 to $15, $20, and you start seeing them on eBay from D-Header for like $30. That's the old guard. That's what I mean by liquidated prices. Liquidated prices from in-stock trades, cheap graphic novels. All that is the retailers like, man, this is a slow month of October. I better start cutting some prices to get sales. So it's not just 1961, but I saw things in there like Thunderbolts, but the books had already sold. So what Marvel sees are the sales of the distributor. Not that they don't care about the sales of in-stock trades and what they liquidate. They don't really keep an eye on that. What they see is sales from the distribution center. That's what matters to them. But yes, I saw that.
I poked myself in the chest too hard. I was like, why does it hurt? Sloppy Source, I got an answer for you. Space Story Comics, they're not, well, I don't know what that is. Aliens and Gundam.
Like, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, thanks.
Aliens and Gundam.
Twin Speaker. It's a manga.
Oh, that's, yeah, it's available through Comixology, though. But that book is impossible.
Oh, is it out of print?
Oh, my gosh. The prices of that manga is insane. That's a good one. Yeah, Twin Speaker. Swords of the Swashbucklers. Another one that is a lot of fun. It's by Bill Mantlo, Jackson Geis. It's one of my hidden gems. I love that book. Yeah, those are two that I recommend. I don't see a lot of people recommending. What website has all these liquidated? If you go on eBay, it's called D-Header. Everybody knows about that guy. Love D-Header. Ordered quite a few. I did too, man. I got my Man-Thing Omnibus from them years ago for like $29. This is back when liquidated. That's what Marvel doesn't want to go back to. Like, no publisher wants to go back to the liquidation days. Liquidating trade paperbacks, sure, but liquidating big $100 books, it looks bad, right? Like they don't want that, so they don't. They want to keep from that. Jack Ferry, what's up, man? Omar, are OG Conan stories by Howard in the public domain? I've seen HC. I bought HC's called The Sumerian from the publisher at Blaze. Any news on it, if it's good or not? They're okay. They do have a lot more of the sexual content in there, a lot more of the grotesque content in there, and for that matter, a lot of people prefer them. But they're not legally allowed to call them Conan on the cover. I think they have to call it The Sumerian. IST has oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the retailer. IST has not just 1961 at 65% off, but they also have Thunderbolts. They have Kazar. Somebody sent me that. Kazar, and there was something else that they have. They have a couple of Marvel books, and the DC. There's one DC book that they had that just came out. Omar, what's up, Kenny? Do you ever think we will ever get a modern version of DC Who's Who?
Answered that earlier.
Yeah. I don't know about a modern version, but maybe some kind of collection. It's the Robin Omnibus. Thank you so much. It was the Robin Omnibus at 60% off, I think. Until Tales is 60% off. IST is crazy. Who is your favorite Latino superhero from both DC and Marvel? Man, we got like 3, I think. Actually, we've had quite a boom of Latino superheroes in the last 10 years. I don't know. La Bandera? Who's Living Lightning? Maybe? Does anybody even remember that guy?
Nope.
No. Definitely not America Chavez. Although she did grow on me in Al Ewing's run on Ultimates. I don't know. So here's the thing with me. I think I've mentioned this on the channel before. Like, to me, like, superheroes can look, I don't care if they're white, black, ducks, whatever they are. I relate to the characters, right? I don't need a superhero to look like me to be Latino for me to relate to them. Now, that's me. I'm also a 43-year-old man. So, Chapulín Colorado. Why are you so racist, man? I did like a Chapulín Colorado.
So, Colorado, like red, right?
Yeah.
So it's
the little bee guy that they make fun of in The Simpsons.
Oh, that's him.
Well, it's based on that character.
Oh, okay.
It's by Chespirito. But anyway, what I was gonna say, I didn't need a character to look like me in order for me to relate them. I relate to Storm. You know, she's a woman and looks nothing like me. It'd be kind of hot though.
People are mentioning,
but I do
characters in the chat.
I'll look at them here in a second. But okay. The one thing I was gonna say though is I do understand the importance of characters looking like you. I get that. I'm not hating on that. I think it's cool that if you need a character to look like you, and I've seen it happen when I went to go see actually Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse movie. There was a kid, I think it was, it's a little black kid, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, Dad, he looks like me." I thought that was the most beautiful thing. Like, I didn't need that growing up, but I understand the need of it, so it's awesome. Jessica Cruz, yeah, she's all right, dude. Renee Montoya, that's my girl. That's my girl. I do love me for some Renee Montoya. Oh, thank you all for the. Yeah, okay. I did like Miguel. He grew on me. Miguel. Miles is like, I think he's like half black, half Latino. I think. Yeah, he is. Omar, why do you not collect floppies? Out of room, brother. Out of room. And I prefer my books to look like this. So we have Wikipedia. They know Ned. Okay, so here's the thing with the Final Shadow, by the way. Big shout out to Final Shadow for always doing the timestamps on these Saturday videos. That man is a godsend.
And our moderators. Thank you so much.
And all our moderators.
Yeah. All
the unsung heroes of today. The problem with Wikipedia is that anybody can enter anything in there. You can go in there and said cable sucks.
You're not allowed to use this as a resource for our research papers.
That's right. Schools won't let you use Wikipedia for resources. The reason for that is because anybody can go in there and edit anything. So I could go in there and say Wolverine's actually 10 feet tall, and anybody that doesn't like him is stupid. And he's Latino,
I don't know.
not Canadian.
Make it.
I'm so making it. Do I grow up with Chavo del Ocho, man? America Chavez, Renee Montoya. I think, yeah, either Renee or can we make Nightwing Latino? No, who did they make Latino? Kyle Rayner. There's my dude. Kyle Rayner is my favorite Latin dude. There we go.
Aw, there was a girl crying who met
What's
Gal
that?
Gadot. Is that how you say her name?
Gal Gadot. Mm-hmm.
Josh, your comment got in the way. Gosh, I don't know. It's
Don Ramon, dude. I saw, man, it's so sad because I grew up watching El Chavo del Ocho, and so many of those people have passed away. And I remember watching the funeral of Don Ramon and his daughter, like, what was this? Chilindrina, I think. Anyway, this has nothing to do with comics, but I don't care. It was beautiful, man, the send-off that they did to him. DC can publish a definitive who's who on their site. I think they're doing a Fable, like a follow-up to that. Cable sucks, Omar 2021. I know that was just, you know, an example of what people can do. No, Josh, stay here. Melanie just likes yelling. Deathstroke by Priest Omni Delayed. I can't find that on. It's Cheap Graphic Novels sold out of their pre-orders, and they'll have more on Monday if you're needing it.
Oh, that's really cool. Bar met Gal Gadot when I was 8. She was just a local Israelite star. Had no idea it was me, my future favorite superhero. Aw.
That's awesome. I cried when Chespirito died. I did too, man. That was my childhood.
Omar, about the upcoming announcements, how many of them are reprints, and how many are brand new lines, and how many are volume 2, 3, or more?
Y'all ever seen A Beautiful Mind? That's how I see Dean. Like, he has a blackboard, a bunch of chalk. And he's like, okay.
I love that movie.
Omar says a reprint. Let me see. He nodded his head. That must mean it's a yes man. Peter Parker's a yes man. Spider-Man coming. All right, let's see. How many of them are reprints? How many are brand new lines? How many are volumes 2 to 3? Okay. I really cannot remember what I put on Patreon. I think I'm putting another one up tomorrow. Okay, one's a reprint, one's new, 2 are brand new, they're future volumes, and 2 are new. So there.
Welcome, Evan.
What's up, Evan? Hopefully you're enjoying this.
Thank you. Don't forget to like if you like it.
Even if you don't like it, just show us a little.
Great show, guys. Oh, did Fabio, did this person offer to help you with the Italian pronunciations?
He was on Instagram. He was kind enough. And if I get to the point where I'm butchering somebody's name, I like to ask for some help for Italian pronunciations. I always figured that if I move my hands like this, like it was a better Italian pronunciation.
It gets you in the mood.
Is that considered racist these days? I don't even know.
No? I just think it's fun.
I always think of Godfather.
Yeah, because
you're Sopranos.
You're trying to imitate. You're trying to get into the mode of.
I speak with my hands all the time, so I know.
Sugar Man, you're making me mad. Use Wikipedia all the time in school. Just made up the credit site. Nobody checks it. I check. Sounds.
There's a name I haven't seen for a minute. Speaking earlier of Garfield comics, how come Dave by Jim Davis never been collected in any omnibus type? Who owns the rights? I really used to enjoy those. He owns the rights to them.
I watched a video.
What was
like
the series? There was a comic called Garfield without Garfield.
Yes.
It would just show. What's his name?
He's talking to himself.
Who's the?
Oh shoot!
Who's the
I was about to say
John.
Yes, John.
Yeah, John just talking to himself, and it sounds like a madman. And sometimes the jokes are funnier that way. Racism is dead. Omar killed it. I can't keep up with what's right or not anymore.
No, that's a good thing though. You killed it! Yay!
I killed racism. Me, this guy. Wikipedia says Omar Cigarena is David Gabriel. I am not on Wikipedia. Dean is clearly updating his spread. Dean is on a blackboard.
No, go down. I think Dean said go down.
Hello, Mint from Croatia. What's next after Crisis on Infinite Earths? Batman Year One. Thanks, Omar. Literally all I think about. I love you, man. I love it. I just have this picture in my head of you with a blackboard. I used to buy Garfield Fat Cat books at school book fairs. They've never done a hardcover collection of them. I wish they would. But
I used to get those.
They have done the soft cover big
John
collection.
Arbuckle.
Arbuckle, that was his last name.
I told David to get that Alf. It would look good on a shelf. He said $35 a pass. Then I found one for $10. Told him, get it. Put it on your shelf.
Get that CGC.
Put it on the wall.
There's my buddy Andrew Kennedy or his dad Jacob. Hey Omar, not sure if I should keep reading Vinland Saga past Volume 4, which is where the Farmland arc starts. If you've read it, can you please advise? Because I've heard of Farmland arc is boring. It is boring. It has a little bit of a dip. I really enjoyed it though. I think I need to pick up the latest volume. I think it comes out this month. I'm up to volume 9, and it got better. Like, every manga, every story has a downtime arc, like a boring arc. So I'm okay with that. It didn't last that long though. I was gonna have a.
Ali said editing a Wikipedia entry is an assignment. It requires finding sources and critical evaluation. Oh, good for you.
Omar, have you and Melanie read Garfield minus Garfield? That's what it was called. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I have. That's really funny. Yesterday, I accidentally cut my Adam's apple. It was a mess. Apple juice. Adam juice. All right, really quick. If you live outside of the U.S. and you live in Europe and interested in buying any Omnis or big fat books or pre-order them, you should definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany, where they have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU.
Let's switch. Flat shipping rates of €9.90 for all EU countries.
You're leaving me hanging. Extremely careful and sturdy packaging.
I thought you were pointing at me. And all emails will be answered within 24 hours.
That's right. They also have a superb selection of new titles and out-of-print books on their site. So just head over to waltzcomicshop.com for more great deals and rare titles.
For a limited time, you can use near mint condition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order. Now you sing the song.
I'm not.
Do it.
And that's waltzcomicshop.com. And near mint condition is all one word, by the way.
Your reliable source for
Is Doomsday Clock worth getting in absolute? If you like Gary Frank's artwork, absolutely, my dude. It's so good. Hey, Omar, is Farmhand by Rob Giori good? Yes, it's one of my hidden gems. I really enjoyed it, man. I just read Chew, and I love his art. His art is the same, and he's co-writing that one. It's really fun. This will hurt Melanie. In high school, I took an engineering class,
Right.
and my teacher didn't care if we used Wikipedia as a
Da,
source.
da, da.
Or even our only source. Talking comics with Gorminator. Uncanny Omar, is the video you are keen to drop going to be Sandman Mystery Theater announcement? I wish if DC ever got back to me, but they don't. They're busy.
Josh is taking his Patreon away because you didn't sing and you cut it off so I couldn't sing.
Really? That's what flies these days, is like cutting me off. I'm so sorry, Josh. I'll sing you a special lullaby.
Sing you to sleep.
Where's the best place for actual Omni release day since everything has gotten shuffled around by the industry? Somebody asked me to make a video, and I said I'd be happy to, but comicreleases.com. That guy usually keeps up with his date. He's a friend of mine. He's a really good guy. Why did you change this name?
Or why did you
name this channel Near Mint Condition? So when my friends and I used to do panel videos, we were coming up with different names. One of my names, I came up with 3 different names. One of them was Midlife Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Near Mint Condition. I can't remember the other one. Near Mint Condition is the one that stuck out to me because...
Wait, what was the first one? Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Midlife Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Well, good thing you went with Near Mint Condition, because I think that would be harder to brand.
Yeah, I can't remember what the third name I came up with was.
Being the only person for a while, making videos and such.
And then it just kind of stuck. I liked it because it kind of, and not talking just about books, but about myself, like my soul, my body, even though it's probably in very fine condition these days. So, hey Omar, will Spider-Man get some love? Maybe after a few drinks.
Wow.
Oh, it's a Saturday show. Yeah, Spider-Man's gonna get some love, man. I promise. Because it sounds better than lightly used condition. True. Oh, what about that NMC musical special? Do we got one planned? What's going on?
Yay, David bought the Alf comic.
What is wrong with that man? I swear, if we get an Alf Omnibus, because he's like, this is the best comic I've ever read in my life. Midlife Crisis on Infinite Earths is pretty epic, though, right? I guess it's like, yeah, man. You forgot what day it was, Sean DeSook, my favorite moderator. Don't tell Ibsy. Or, wait, is Michael Emmett here? I'd buy a Midlife Crisis on Infinite Earths in a heartbeat. Yeah, man. After a few drinks, Spider-Man really is a relatable character.
He doesn't drink.
Right. Do you have any non-starter collections you won't touch? I love Peanuts by Schultz, but can't go down that rabbit hole. Too expensive and not enough space. The Dick Tracy collection. Oh my gosh, I've been eyeing the Dick Tracy collection. Flash Gordon classics. I've been eyeing those for so long, and I'm like, if I buy one, it's game over, man. I'm gonna get them all. Just logged on. Come say hi to Melanie.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Alzendebarn. Alzendebarn.
It's an awesome name.
You can say it.
Omar, at our age, if you are not icing something at a regular basis, you are doing great. I'm icing my forearm right now.
I'm sorry.
I chopped some wood yesterday, and my back feels a little rough, man. But
I played DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, yesterday. And my back's a little tight. Good play it again today.
Did you just touch my touch?
Revolution. Did you just touch my touch?
Yes, I did. We get an Alpha Omnibus before Agents of Atlas.
I'll be so sad.
Here's the thing. Tiger Eyes could have just left it as, if we get an Alpha Omnibus before blank, I will be sad. Anything. Before Super Pro. Speaking of DC reboots, have you read Multiversity by Morrison? Yes. Does do a good job explaining DC lore. It is confusing, and I can't wait to absolutely be confused when that absolute Multiversity comes out next year. Pre-order Hickman's X-Men Omnibus. Should I wait it for actual Omnibus that covers the entire run? And what should I pick up to have his entire run? At this point, we don't have any Dawn of X Omnis or anything like that. It looks like they're sticking strictly to oversized hardcovers. Maybe later down the road, I'm sure we'll get some Omnibus of this era. It's a very popular era. But I don't think it will happen for some years. Been dying to know this for a while. When you talk about manga, why do you never mention Vagabond? It's man's.
Why did you never mention it?
I do like Vagabond, man, but it's also not finished, right? It's one of those manga that's on hiatus. I love that man's artwork. I have the 3-in-1s, the oversized volumes. I love them. I thought it made it in my top 20, or did I have to make a cut? Did I say no? I have to go with. I think I went with Blade of the Immortal instead of Vagabond.
Ooh, Eric said that we should check out this podcast, Aaron is a Funny One by Jack Films. They've been going on their own outface, and it's hilarious.
All right.
What would be the plot for Midlife Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Me coming home, and instead of buying a car, I bought a bunch of X-Men Volume 1s and Hulk 181. I had a bad day at work. I had to go treat myself.
Hey,
chopping
Bobby and
some
Sam, come on.
wood
At our
yesterday.
age, I'm still playing American football. That's right. You don't stop exercising no matter how old you are, because that's taking care of your body. You can't make excuses.
I think, you know, the...
I didn't stretch, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it, like getting ready to stretch.
You didn't stretch it because you hate stretching. You made fun of me.
Oh my gosh, well,
you're the reason why I don't stretch as much as I used to.
Yeah, blame me. All right.
You're like, come on.
Something is killing the middle-aged people. Kind of like that.
We love Golden Boy.
I love Golden Boy.
Oh my gosh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, that deserves a chef's kiss, though.
The American voice acting. No other way to watch it. Got to be the American voice acting.
Oh, yeah. Me realizing just how long it will take DC to print Secret 6 and Birds of Prey Omnis. Yeah. I bet we get an Alpha Omnibus before we get Secret 6.
I said American. I mean English.
Hey, kids, what's up, Craig Carter? How excited are you for that Neil Gaiman Sandman show? I'm so excited for The Phantom by Peter David Volume 2. So is there only going to be 3 HCs? I don't know. I don't have that one. Do I need that? Oh, my gosh. I need to see No Time to Die. Let's take the kids to go see that. My daughter has her friends over. We're going to take them to an arcade to play video games. But I'm like, no. I think they would prefer a James Bond movie more, right? Yes, I think so.
Say, can you do your impersonation?
My queen. My queen. That one?
You got to go lower. My queen.
Oh, no, I love that.
My queen. Lean into
oh, my gosh.
My queen.
When he's sitting there rubbing her... Anybody, if you're of age, you should definitely watch Golden Boy in English. The only exercise I get is lifting pint. Nuh-uh, man. Look here. These books get heavy, son. You start lifting Omnis.
Look, I'm good. I really promote exercise.
She
it
does.
Helps you mentally.
It does.
Get out of your brain. It produces endorphins.
Do we have word on X Factor by Peter David Omnibus Volume 2? No word yet. Maybe one day. That Volume 1 sold pretty good. As long as they keep selling, they'll keep making them. Maybe. Did you see Gail Simone posted about Alf Seal cover on her Twitter? Everybody's been posting about this Alf Seal.
Saw for $900. CGC. What was it? 9.8.
That is crazy. Hey, Omar Melanie, thank you so much, brother. Hey, Omar Melanie, thank you for the super chat, Mr. Talbert. Any Daredevil reprints coming? Trying to get Frank Miller's run. Yes, more Daredevil reprints will come. Beside the ones that I announced, which was Brubaker. So yes, just listen to the Audible Act 1. It was pretty amazing. Awesome. Neil Gaiman does the narration for that, doesn't he?
That makes sense because your picture is Dream.
What's up, man? How's my buddy Aaron doing?
Hi, Aaron.
Did Hick Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 really? Yeah, I did, man. It got delayed until October of next year. But here's the thing, though. That might get reshuffled back. I think that might get back to some kind of regular schedule. Normal schedule, if you will. How has War of the Kings ever been reprinted? It just had one printing. It did make it to our top 20 most wanted Marvel reprints. So I'm sure... I'm almost willing to bet that it will come out next year. I will remind David strongly of that. Hey, Omar, has David G. shown any interest in Avengers by Uncle Raj? If so, why hasn't he made them possible? No, we never really talk about them. We haven't talked about that. It's one of my most wanted. I also want, Cap by Mark Grunwald. I love a freaking Quasar by Grunwald too. Captain Marvel by Peter David would be awesome. So, but these are things they don't really talk. I mean, they have their own department, right? I'm just the guy that makes videos and I suggest things, and I'm kind of the middleman of giving, what you all suggest, whether it's positive or negative, I relay back to them, and what they end up doing, it's up to them. I'm just the guy that what's the voice of.
Voice for the masses.
The voice for the masses. That's it.
I'm working on the script for my comic, so good for you. Do you have any tips on getting to the industry, if you know that is?
Any tips?
No, I do. Just a second. Hold up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Because Josh Greathouse is working on it too, and I helped him to condense his pitch. So that's the advice I want to give. Look at the publishing company's guidelines on how to pitch your story. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. And make sure you follow those, because I really see them just like not even looking at it if you didn't follow the guidelines of like keeping your synopsis to a page or something like that. So ask Josh at Jack Smith. There you go. What's your suggestion that I interrupted?
Oh, no, you didn't interrupt. It just reminded me we got to read that one kid's script his mom sent us. I promised that we would read his first issue.
Okay.
So keep writing. I don't care if it's, you know, the advice is write what you know. My advice is don't write what you know. Go outside of the box. Do research. If you're writing about a character that's a nurse, if you're writing about a character that's a gun expert and you don't know anything about guns, do research. Because you're learning, you know, not just to master your craft, but also learning things that you wouldn't normally get to learn if you weren't writing. So absolutely. Keep writing, man.
Tatsy Logic says Stephen King's On Writing has some great advice on getting in the industry.
I've read that book. You bought me the book. Thank you so much, baby. Omar, you are literally doing the market research for Marvel. Yeah, absolutely.
Literally.
Yeah, somebody says it's like free market research for them, but they sponsor videos and they know, you know, like we do have it's a closer relationship than just market research. Like there are things that I get to suggest and that they look at again and they're like, oh, this is a good point. And sometimes they're like, no, that's stupid. Why would we do that? They never said that, but it is a good relationship. It's
no, not like that.
Instead
You're
of
stupid.
That's not on Wikipedia. Why would you have that in there?
Oh,
Robert Marquez has been watching Why the Last Man, but hasn't read the book. Should I keep watching?
We haven't watched, or I haven't watched.
I've only seen the first episode. It was okay, man. So I would definitely read the books. It's one of my favorite Vertigo comics. It's wonderful. It's tear-jerking. Like, oh my gosh, it's rough, but it's beautiful. I love it, man. I
definitely recommend reading it. My second read-through, I didn't connect with it as much, but it's a great book. So, hey, Joe is currently writing.
That's what's up.
My own novel in my spare time between studying.
Yeah, write anytime that whatever it is that you're, whether it's art or mastering the art of writing, do it as much as you can. Is the reprint of Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 1 still come out in November? I think that might be delayed, brother.
Thanks, BJ Kicks.
What's up, buddy?
Chat.
Also,
for the last 10 minutes.
Thank you so much, my dude. And guy has a great channel, BJ Kicks, as well as Omni Nation. Both of the guys have really good channels, real positive. Do the same kind of material I do here. BJ Kicks also does CGC and unboxing stuff. And he has a cute little baby.
Mm-hmm. You hid the clock at the bottom of this because I was like, "What time is it?" You hid the clock on the bottom of the computer.
I do it on purpose. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite comic you own?
Yeah. What's the favorite comic you own?
Unfortunately, I've told this story before, but I had to sell a lot of my key issues when I was going through a divorce years ago. I'm in a better place, happier place, completely worth it. I'd do it all over again, but it's, you know, it kind of sucked at the time. So for me, it's Uncanny X-Men 114. It was a comic that I always wanted as a kid. I would see it at a comic book store. And I've got that one signed by Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Stanley. So it means a lot to me.
Jackson is saying thanks.
Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah, please, not over 40 minutes. Sergio wants has the old spine Fantastic Four, but I want to get the new version.
Put it out there on social media, man. I'm sure there's plenty of people that will line up to get your old spine because people are printing custom dust jackets or sell it on Facebook Marketplace. You know, you might make more money out of the old spines and buying the new spines.
Ox me, Pete. Happy birthday, Omar. You haven't said it in a long time. Any hint if more Iron Man epics coming in your video with Curtis?
I just sent Curtis a list of stuff. I don't yet. Let me double check. So that video, by the way, between Curtis and I will be. No, it's not there. Will be on Monday.
No.
Wednesday
at
11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time coming up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And there is an Iron Man book in there.
What are your thoughts on All-Star Superman? I liked it.
Loved it.
It's been years.
Loved it. Whenever I do my beginner where to start reading Superman, best jumping on point for Superman, I think that's one of the best places. You know, just encompasses everything that Superman is and could be into one 12-issue arc. It's wonderful.
It's not Omar's birthday today.
It's not my birthday. Omar is now in a better place, a happier place.
The basement.
I get no sunlight down here.
No, I was gonna say that bothers me.
I've only read a few volumes of My Hero Academia. I know it's huge. It is huge. Outselling One Piece in Japan. That's insane. Dun, dun, dun. Omar, do you have any guilty pleasure comics? Of course I do, man. I love Avengers The Crossing. Big fan of Avengers The Crossing. I don't care if nobody else does. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody else does, but I love it, man. Lots of Image comics. You know, like I'm not the biggest fan of things like Spawn because I just didn't dig the writing. But I guess they're considered guilty pleasures. Melanie's got a guilty pleasure manga video.
Yeah, no, I was making it. I don't know if well, it's gonna be a while before some new videos. I'm gonna focus on my new job next year first. And so my guilty manga pleasures are BB Explosion. It's so cute. It's just about the girl dancing. Aw, and Boys Over Flowers. I'm not a fan of the artwork. What? However, this story, I know there's like a TV show. I've never watched it, but this story is so ridiculous. Kamikaze Kato Jean. She's Jean. She's the reincarnation of Jeanne d'Arc, and she's trying to fight this dude and something about paintings. Demons. All right, last one. If anybody knows where any of these are, I'm collecting Iron Walk Jan because it makes me hungry when I eat it, and I like to be like, what does that taste like? And it's just, I don't know why. I just picked this. I have a list of the books I'm missing. If anybody knows where I could get some, I like to find them in the wild, though. I always look for this. And the art's good. It's just about this dude who's a jerk. He wants to be a good chef. You know the story. So, cringe at those manga recs. No, they're guilty pleasures.
People cringe at Avengers The Crossing. I don't care. I'm a grown man. I can like what I like. Omar, what happened to Hick Avengers Omnibus? It slips into next year, man. Yeah. Omar, rave about a Bendis story for Daredevil. He's good Bendis. I haven't read Cells at Work, but there's a box set coming out that I'm really excited for.
We haven't. No, did we? Haven't read Devil's a Part-Timer.
I've watched that with Tina.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. We stayed up one night watching it. I think at the lake. It was fun.
What about and Demon Slayer? We watched the first 2 episodes with Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me get you a.
Give me a
sandwich. That sounds good. Honey and Clover by Chika Umino. Just I have no idea what it is, but I like the title and
Chika Umino. You love the artwork.
I do.
The big lips.
Oh, that's why. Yes.
I am 1 volume away from ending the series, JT Gamer. So that should be. I think it comes out with the next. Because I have like Thor Complete Collection Volume 4, Boba Fett, Bounty Hunter, trade paperback. So I should be getting that in the next round of trades that Marvel sends my way. I get the trades usually about 3-4 weeks ahead of time. So it gives me enough time to read them. Wait, is Amazing Spider-Man? I can't remember if Amazing Spider-Man's coming out this week or not, the Epic Collection. So, give us a Bendis story. That's obvious. Any idea about the Boys Omnibus? Waiting for the final word from the trailer to come out. So,
Ali said your answer sounded more like a meh than a rave.
About what? Bendis?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay, let me do that again. Bendis. You know what I really liked about Bendis' story that I really liked? That I wish that...
I think you were supposed to say something that you didn't like.
Or that I didn't like.
Right?
Or that I thought it was...
Oh, well, you know what?
You're not going to find that question again. So,
go ahead.
I really liked Secret War. I thought Secret War was a really good story. It was fun. And I was hoping they would take that into New Avengers. But New Avengers then just became something else. But yeah, I liked Secret War. I thought it was good.
Oh, Aaron meant a Bendis that's not obvious.
Gotcha. Powers is fun. The Batman story he did. What was it called? Batman. It was called the Batman Walmart comics. But there was a collection that came out last year. That was really good. I like that, man.
Caesar's asking if there's any chance we get a Wonder Woman reading order.
Dude, Wonder Woman's lost twice to let me see. Once was
on Patreon. He puts it up for patrons to vote for the next reading order.
Yeah, and I think the next one I'm gonna put up is the Street Fighter up against BPRD reading order. But yeah, Wonder Woman has lost, and I'm gonna need your help, Aaron, because I'm gonna do Spider-Man versus something come December. So that will take a few months to do. But Wonder Woman's lost to, I know, Thor, like it barely won. And somebody else, maybe Daredevil 2 years ago when I did the Patreon vote. She didn't get no love, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lionheart. Congratulations, Melanie, on your job. Thank you.
Yeah, big congrats.
Batman Universe.
Batman, yes, Batman Universe. Dude, that was solid. Why didn't they give Bendis Batman? We all know he can write it. We were all expecting it. We knew when he was writing Daredevil, he could write Batman. How did DC say, yeah, we're going to give you Superman? Missed opportunity, I think.
Are there Avengers by Bendis Omnis?
One. It's just the new Avengers Omnibus. No volume 2 and no sign of a reprint.
Aaron's saying, please vote for Spider-Man as the reading order after the next one.
All right, everyone, please vote for Spider-Man. Yeah. I'm sure it'll win. I'll put it up against something that... I'll put Wonder Woman up against something that I can't win. Like Wonder Woman up against, I don't know, Spider-Gwen. I don't think Scarlet got finished, did it? By Bendis? I don't think he finished it. Dude, Remender's Frankencastle was so fun. Sean Smith's asking about that. Was so fun. It's got art by Tony Moore, who's the co-creator of The Walking Dead. And it was just a lot of fun. Ken, Wolverine's son, kills the Punisher. So, well, I'm not going to say how. He comes back as Frankencastle. Like a Frankenstein version of Frank Castle.
Oh!
So funny. I loved it, man. I thought it was good.
Reed Comics is saying there's a stealth reprint. Amazing Spider-Man, Epic, Collection, Trade. Paperback, Spider-Man No More. New, what's PTG?
New printing.
Oh, 29th December.
Look at that. Reed, are you wearing a suit? Breaking news, baby. Thank you so much, sir.
And thank you, Mega Shrimpster, for the super chat. Happy fake birthday, Omar. Will you be announcing Mighty Marvel Masterworks volumes separately, or will it just be included when you go through the catalog for each month?
I think it'll go through the catalog, but no, and I think that's just Marvel Masterworks.
Oh, sorry.
You know what? No, I can ask for a list. I totally forgot about the list to ask for that. Because I've got the Epics. Again, that will be Wednesday at 11 a.m. with Curtis. I just sent Curtis the list, and he's all excited. There was one book they moved out of the list, but I'm sure they'll add it back later on in the year. But I'll ask about the Masterworks. Yeah. How's your mom, brother? Sorry, this is Max saying hi from the hospital.
My mom naps. Be sure to watch this back later. Much love, Minties.
Much love back to you, man.
And I pray she recovers soon.
Yeah. Been missing too much. You have, Craig. That's why you stay here. Don't go nowhere. Somebody just said, you guys still on? It was Bendis who didn't want to write Batman. Maybe it's just a given, right? Like they were like, hey, Wonder Woman versus Superman. One of them has to win finally.
That's true.
Or I'll let them write in their own vote, and it's going to be Deadpool. What's upcoming this week? My man, Josh, with the good questions. Tomorrow will be my Batwoman Omnibus overview. On Monday, it will be maybe one more breaking news. Y'all want to start the week off with a breaking news?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then the overview of Mutant Massacre or KULL, but I do need to do my haul video, so I may do my haul video that day. Tuesday is the Marvel trades. Maybe I'll do the Marvel breaking news on Tuesday. Yeah, we do sell t-shirts. Somebody's asking about t-shirts.
I was waiting. Go through this.
Wednesday is the big Epic reveal. The Marvel Epic Collection is coming out in May to September of next year. I'll be doing that with Curtis, one of my favorite co-hosts. No offense. He's a good, smart dude and loves the Epic format. Okay. Loves the Epic format. Thursday will be, maybe that's the day I'll do my haul video. Either Thursday or Friday. And then I want to do where to start reading horror comics either Thursday or Friday. So there you go. My daughters and I
sounds good.
Have a mighty Marvel Masterworks Avengers review, as well as a Yen Press overview.
Apparently you had to get on and see it because she wouldn't pay attention. You had to keep restarting.
Boy, I had to put on
I
that.
wasn't there.
Man, put on my poppy hat for her.
Eric, thank you for the suggestion. That definitely sounds up my alley. And okay, so t-shirts we do and through Spreadshop there should be underneath the video, any video, like you can click on one of the products if you want to buy it, or in the description, I think clicking on the products takes you to the actual store, but that would be a great way to support the channel, because not only are you PR for us, but we get a part of that money back. So, and yeah, today we're wearing our new logo designs.
Yeah, so our new logos are
and there. I have an Alpha Omnibus with this. I got the same color, same shirt because I really like it.
Oh, I like that shirt.
Like, yeah,
looks good on you.
So it's our new logo. Yeah. I got a sticker to put on my car. Got a water bottle. I like the water bottles.
Brian, thank you for the suggestions. I love the first Kanto. It was so cute. Has Volume 2 come out yet? I need to get there's Tyler. Tyler was asking, you guys still on? I look forward to your haul videos. Yeah, thank you so much. Not a big haul this month. Yeah, not a big haul this month, but hopefully, maybe I'll make up for it next month. Think doing a standalone non-mature readers video would be a good idea. Standalone non-mature. Like standalone. Oh!
Like the book is.
Yeah, graphic novel. Best standalone graphic novels. That's what you want to see. I was thinking about doing
mature,
but non-mature. So things that
Watchmen. Anybody can.
Yeah, Watchmen you wouldn't recommend to a kid, right?
Right.
Okay, got you. Because I was thinking about doing more best standalone stories in November. So, go ahead, baby.
Oh yeah, and Freddie. Or anyone, these stickers are great. Like, I easily peeled it back off my car and it stayed on. You can use as a bumper sticker with on the
my laptop.
Yeah, they easily come off. They're good quality stickers, so you don't have to be afraid to put on something. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, brother. Much love back to you, man.
Somebody had a question about the cost in the US for 24 pages of a Marvel book, I believe, was how the person worded it.
I think it's $3.99 still.
Is it?
Both Marvel and DC are $3.99. Oh my gosh! Reed, thank you. Kanto Volume 2 came out in June and it's back ordered. So go get a copy. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Look, you're driving FOMO into me, man.
No, it's not. It's saying, hey,
no, I'm just kidding.
You can buy this book. Okay, Fargate, what's up? What's up with PRH?
What's up, man? I don't know. What's up with them? PRH? They're doing okay. Really slipping. Actually, things get exaggerated on the internet. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. I do feel bad for the people that are getting the retailers getting single issues though, because they kind of screw that up. But you know what? I mean, this is the first time they weren't ready. And they've been trying to prep for this for a long time. So hopefully they'll be ready for the next time.
Thank you, Kenny, for the super chat. Hey guys, any inside information on the sales of Ultimate Spider-Man and Omni Volume 1? Because I need Volume 2 to be a reality. Keep up the good work.
I haven't checked. I'll have to check into that. See how well it's sold.
Oh, PRH messing up weekly comics.
Yeah, I've heard. But like I said, I think things get blown out of proportion with people, there's outlets out there. everything's, the sky's falling always, because that's whether you're a real news outlet or whether you're an outlet for comic books, those get the bigger hits. DC coming to an end. No more paper comics.
Heard boxing is terrible. That's what Fargate said. And
Yeah.
BJ says, did you see Diamond Breed Collector's post about the Wolverine Omni from PRH?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Remember when I said that all the Boom orders are being cut by 2/3? The one thing that I don't know, and I don't know if a lot of retailers do this. I'm sure Reed Comics, Waltz Comics, Cheap Graphic Novels, they all do this. But they also order in preparation for damages. That's how notorious Diamond was. That's how notorious PRH is. So if you get 60 people ordering a book, and you're like, okay, I'm going to order like 120, so 60 more people can order it. But on top of that, I got to account for damages, so I'm going to order 150. So even the orders that Boom is going to put out there, some of those will come damaged, and that sucks. Last one before it's over. Excited for your Batwoman Omni video tomorrow. Favorite channel by far. Thank you so much, Bar. I really appreciate that, my dude.
Well, it is one. So how many questions?
All right, we'll do 3 more. Let's do it. Fast rounds. Make it happen, baby.
Okay. Let's see. Maximus Jackson, on Canadian news, hearing a lot about shipping backups coming into USA by boats and containers. Is that making the distribution change even worse?
Yes. On top of that, we also have these backups, right? Like there's boats among boats with just different stocks of either comics or collected editions. They're just sitting there. So we'll see. We're in overtime mode. This is when I get paid. Time and a half. Time and a half, baby.
Favorite dessert? Ice cream. That doesn't have to count as
flan.
one of the 3.
I'm a Latino.
Nothing with cinnamon or pickles.
Heck
Let me tell you,
no.
Dessert with pickles.
Who puts pickles on dessert?
When is the manga tour? Second question.
Manga tour will be December, November. I may have to skip my reading order in November to clean up this place and give us my tour, my latest tour. And it will probably be the last time I do a tour in this house of my collected editions.
All right.
Oh, wait. Okay. Nailbiter or Harrow County? Harrow County. That's just my choice. All right, keep going. I have Executioner Song X-Men First Print for free because in India, they don't care much about comics. I'm feeling for the first time any words. I haven't heard of a Executioner Song reprint. And I don't know if it gets reprinted, if they'll do an omnibus version of it or not and put it with Bishop's Crossing or Shattershot. That would be really cool. But anyway, that's it. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I said 3. You're getting hungry. You know? Yes, we over order as damages are not always fulfilled. Once reported, PRH will get their act together, just not using correct boxes and handling at present. There you go. You heard it from a good retailer if you're living in the UK. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for the good vibes. Thank you so much for the encouragement. And I hope we can encourage you as well. And thank you for understanding. Just 3 more questions.
I'm serious. You all are wonderful people, and I love doing this on Saturdays, and I look forward to doing this every Saturday. If you're joining later, leave those comments down below. I try to get to the questions that are asked throughout the week. So everyone stay healthy, stay safe out there, and much love.
And stay minty.
And also that.